know, it's just a cloud, right?
Wow.
Phenomenon, dude.
What is going on?
Rapper and convicted child molester. NBC News correspondent Kathy Park is following this one for us. So, Kathy, this story is quite strange, to say the very least. What have you learned about these 6 people as well?
See, that's why you guys got to be careful who you give your energy to. A lot of you people probably don't even know who this guy is. And you're probably saying he looks familiar. This is Rashad Jamal, formerly known as AZ the Rapper. And this is a side-by-side picture of AZ the Rapper and Rashad Jamal. Oddly, they look really similar. Because nowadays, the trick is to wear a mask in order to fool you guys. And they try and give you the same story as they were struggling from the bottom, and then now they're at the top, and you know, they go crazy. Y'all ever notice the same story by these people? Young Pharaoh, Rashad Jamal, Brother Polite, very enlightened spiritual people, and then all of a sudden they go crazy. Why is that? As you can see over here, Rashad Jamal is doing the sign of a Mark Master Mason. Over here, Duncan's Masonic ritual and monitor illustrating the sign of a Mark Master Mason. This is the finger to the temple. As you can see, all your favorite celebrities are doing the finger to the temple. You see that, guys? That's what I'm saying. They give you your heroes.
Rashad Jamal was set up for a trade-off. He was set up for a trade-off for a music career.
Hey, Negropeans is crazy though. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Negropeans is crazy. Like, Europeans, like, first of all, that was where quote unquote black people though too. You know, that was the original Europeans, but Negropeans is crazy. That's funny as hell.
To undermine his divine energy and his divine insight, somebody wanted to replace his ascending music career, so they sacrificed his ass and made this shit up. And the ringleader of that shit was Isis Wisdom. That's why she slid up under him and made him cut off everybody that could give him the spiritual support that'll pull the veil off that bullshit and let them see it for what it is. The motherfucker, Remedy H, I don't know him. I don't listen to him. I don't know nothing about him. I seen him one time. Somebody sent me his video. He want to have new boys. He not staying here.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, man, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get this video right here to like 20,000 likes. I know we can do that. But look, y'all know I got a crazy video for y'all in store today. Just make sure you don't believe anything you see in these videos before you go out here doing your own research. We're here to have a good time, positive vibes only. Look, man, go ahead, subscribe to my channel. We're gonna be at 1 million subscribers before we know it. I do appreciate y'all. But look, we got the memberships dropping this year. I was waiting for this year for the memberships to drop, and for the memberships we're gonna have different tiers. The highest tier of the membership, man, look, you're gonna have a chance to win $3,000 every month. For the lower tiers, you'll get a chance to win $1,000. So you pick where you want to be. I just want to let y'all know in advance I made that decision for the channel, you know what I'm saying, so to make it easier to do the giveaways, because I always want to give directly back to the people that support me and not just randoms. And let me know what type of vibe y'all on today, man. Look, my beverage of today, I got a little bit of hydrogen water. If y'all can see that right there, boom, hydrogen water. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all know anything about the hydrogen water. Let me know in the comments down below. So look, without further ado, people, look, man, we're gonna get into this video right here. And like I say, you know, you're never going through this life by yourself. We're going through this thing called life together. So never feel as if I just messed that up, but we gonna keep on going.
So Dubai is experiencing some bad weather, right? And when you see these flashes in the sky, the flashes of lightning, you'll see pyramids in the sky, and they are scattered all over the sky, you guys. And depending on what type of flash that we get, you see what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that one. Look at that one. What is this? And there's some that's off in the distance as well, you guys. But only in certain flashes we're able to see that. Y'all see that? And it gets even crazier. Look. It gets even crazier. Check this one out. Check this one out. Watch. Shit crazy, y'all. All these crazy things happening around this time. And it's pouring over there. That purple lightning, that plasma. Look at that. Look at this. Y'all, look at that, y'all. Y'all see that? Look. It's going back into it. It's closing. It's merging with the top of the pyramid. Whoa. You guys see that? That's crazy, y'all. What is going on? It's like an upside down world, you guys. Look. But yeah, you guys, it's literally like an upside down world, huh? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's crazy, man. And the pyramid in the sky. And again, things are getting more interesting. An upside down pyramid in the sky, which literally, I believe that's an upside down world. That's crazy. As above, so below. That's the real definition, as above, so below. Or the 6 and the 9, 69. So what do you guys think of this video, y'all? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on an esoteric level with these topics at hand. Let's get this shift. Peace in. Scientists are baffled by this type of bacteria called Hydra vulgaris. And the reason why they are baffled by this because they thought this type of bacteria was natural. Well, they are finding unnatural versions of it. It seems like they are creating unnatural versions of these in the lab. And you know what it's doing to the humans? You're going to want to watch this. Check it out.
Hydras are a freshwater animal.
They are first genetically modified in a lab in a University of Kiev, and they're transfected. So these are not natural organisms anymore.
Why?
How did you find that these are being genetically modified
Mind you, they said anymore.
from that specific lab?
Well, I read through about 30 peer-reviewed scientific journals, and also the gain of function and loss of function research and reports that were funded by the NIH, Anthony Fauci, and partly by DARPA.
Can you provide that documentation to us?
Absolutely, yeah.
We believe in Fauci still, y'all? Let me know in the comments down below.
It's open source. It's just hard for people to understand it because it's written in medical terms and in codes, and you have to translate a lot of it if you want to get a cohesive picture.
And it's your claim that hydras are specifically there to create hybrid human beings. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, they're used to transfect humans. So they're carriers. They're carrying, well, see, the Human Genome Project, it started in the year 2000. And Hydra vulgaris is used in the genome assembly, the human genome assembly, which is for transfecting humans. And what they've done is they've transfected the hydras and parasites with this for cross-species genomics, which is, they do this in the University of Kiev, and it's called, what they're transfecting it with is the lentivirus. They're also using luciferase. And basically the lentivirus is
Luciferase? Y'all know what that sounds like? Oh, hell no.
the spike protein that everyone's talking about. It is a combination of the most deadly bioweapons, gain-of-function bioweapons ever created. And that's SARS, MERS, HIV 1 through 3, and SRV 1, which induces AIDS.
It's crazy that these nefarious people are out here creating biological weapons against us and disseminating it out into the ethers, right? This is literally the silent war. This is the silent war on humans that nobody is aware of. You know, it happens daily. You know, just watch your skies. Now, this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. That's all I am doing. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Please like, share, and follow for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level with these topics at hand. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
They are destroying a garden that we use to feed ourselves, that we use to feed the community.
A garden, bro. Nothing but nature. Nothing but food. Free food. A homeless dude builds himself an underground cave, and what do? We evict him. We can't have him living off the land for free. You want to feed the homeless out in the streets? We're going to fine you. We can't have you feeding people for free without permission. That doesn't benefit us. We need you to eat our food. We need you to live in the houses we built for you. We need you completely dependent on us. That's the message I'm getting here.
Hey, we building. Keep watching.
Talk to me about the lettuce bill for a second.
Yeah, what about it?
Where did this come from?
Came from a constituent who moved from California, who was tied to UC Berkeley out there. University of California, Riverside has already perfected the ability to put human vaccines into our lettuce right now. He brought this to my attention, and at first it sounds absolutely incredible, right? And then he produced.
That's one word for it.
But then he produced all the documentation.
I Googled it after you read this, okay? First of all, it's not fully ready yet. Like
Sure it is. How many tomatoes do I have to eat to get the proper dosage versus how many tomatoes that you have to eat? And if you eat too many, do you get a overdose? What this says is if this technology continues to advance,
I overdose off a tomato. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm fucking somebody up, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
we just want to make sure that we are having transparency in what people are buying at a grocery store. That's all. If you eat too less, like we had in the cattle industry with Aeromycin, we weren't dosing our cattle properly, and the horn flies were developing an immunity to it. You should know as a consumer, this head of lettuce is a head of lettuce. The head of lettuce right next to it could contain a vaccine in it.
You got lettuce vaccine bills and you don't have gun bills. Like, that's crazy, man. That's a little out there, man. I gotta say.
Ayes have it. Bill goes on to counter and rules. If you wish to be recorded as a no, please notify the clerk.
You know, that's why I say, look, man, we gotta be more aware of what's going on in our like with the systems that pass laws and stuff. And you know, it's cool to have certain things that you love and certain passions, but yeah, we in a weird time where we need to be focusing on things that really matter. You know, like our health and what they're doing to the foods and what bills are being passed, what laws are being passed, so you can be ahead of the curve and so we can stop these things from happening before they become real. You know, imagine overdosing off a fucking tomato and some lettuce when you thought that you were, I'm gonna change my life this year. Yeah, I'm gonna change your life for real. That's a different meaning nowadays. That's crazy. But let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments down below. We're gonna keep going. Let's build, y'all.
So let's talk about it. PayPal is laying off 2,500 employees. Activision laid off their entire staff except for 12 people. Sports Illustrated entire staff. Twitch 500 people. Spotify 17% of their staff. Now Google just laid off 1,000 employees, but apparently they're gearing up to lay off even more. But UPS, 12,000 jobs cut. Now, if you're new here, you probably haven't seen my video on The Wizard of Oz, where I was telling y'all that it was basically a documentary of what they did to the American people to enslave us. They created chaos and then they provided a solution. During that time, what was happening was the Great Depression. The stock market crashed. The country was bankrupt. Did y'all catch that Freudian slip? Yeah. They was changing the money system, so everybody had to come down and turn in their silver and their gold. What's crazy is they had more money than we have right now, right? What they had was equivalent to still making $80,000 a year. We're nowhere near that. And the CEOs are talking about it in our face. They basically saying that after COVID, we didn't want to come back to work, so they're going to force us into a recession. And I'm not saying this to fearmonger. I am telling y'all this because there's a universal law called the law of courage. And it says that fear departs where action is present. Y'all need to start preparing now. If you are a creator on this app, get on TikTok Shop. Go to Product Marketplace. Find a product that you're already using. Do a review on it. There is so much money to be made through TikTok Shop. So much so that Jeff Bezos is allegedly lobbying on both parties, on both sides of the parties, to get TikTok taken down. On some why your hand in my pocket type shit. Now it's been started with inflation and everything, but now they're not hiring people. Apparently, Indeed is not even turning in applications to jobs. I don't think that's a coincidence. But history is repeating itself. Back then, what they created was the Social Security system. When they came in and signed up for the benefits that was going to solve all of their problems, they signed over their rights. They stopped being Americans and they went to U.S. citizens, which are employees of the country. Keep your peepers peeped. Whatever they are offering, do not fucking fall for it. And it's not going to be easy because a lot of us is not going to have money because they're literally not even trying to fucking hire us. They're saying it in our face. So you need to learn how to provide a service. You need to get on TikTok Shop, find a product, figure out what your skills are and use them. You've been sleeping on yourself too fucking long. But do something before it's too late. Me personally, I'm about to stop buying from these mega corporations because they literally own everything. They just create this illusion of separation. There is no illusion. Degree, Dove, all of them, all that shit is owned by the same company. If we stop putting money in their pocket, we take their power away. Because we are the fucking money. We just keep freely giving it to them so that they can make decisions for us. No more.
We're the energy. What does it take, bro? We're energy-based beings. So when you putting in your energy to work, right? You're spending your energy. Your energy is the currency. That's all that is. Y'all get what I'm saying? So when you're giving it to them, you're giving them your energy, aka your power. Think about it. Let that one sink in. Let's keep going, though. Let's build. This is crazy.
Another crazy story for you guys about their modern food environment. Today I met with an individual who used to do all the fiber optics, cameras, and all that stuff for big companies such as Loblaws, Sobeys, and their warehouses. Day one, he goes to install the cameras into this garage-looking thing full of fruits, which are like green bananas, green strawberries, everything's not right. No problem. He starts the job. They had to come in the next day to finish up the job. And the manager there says, you cannot go in for another hour. And he's like, well, I'm here on the clock. I need to do my job. But what's the deal? Because I need to document everything. They say we have to air out the room. And he's like, air out the room. Like, what am I going into? Is it safe? Or like, what's the deal? Oh yeah, it's safe. We had to spray the warehouse with ethylene gas. And what ethylene gas is pretty much, it ripes everything non-organically overnight. So anyways, he looked into it. He's like, okay, no problem. He contacted his supervisor. He goes in after an hour and a half. All the same fruits that were green the day before were the perfect color the following day. The strawberries were red. The bananas are the perfect yellow. This is what we're eating in North America, guys. And it's getting worse by the day because we're just little puppets paying big food while they make billions of dollars.
Talk about the very next day it was ripe. All the fruits turned ripe the very next day. Man, that is Amazon Prime delivery right there. That is what you call Prime delivery from Amazon. But there are also foods that are banned in other countries that come from America. Look at this, y'all. And American chicken is also banned by the EU because it's also washed in chlorine. That's crazy. Did you guys know this? And a chicken is a GMO animal anyway, so I don't know why you would want to eat this. So yeah, y'all, this is America. You know, the land of the free. I mean, at what cost though? At what cost is your freedom? And it's really not even the land of the free because you got to pay to do everything anyways. So let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
In ancient times, before the agenda to eliminate our ascension process, man and woman lived to be hundreds of years old, hundreds and hundreds of years old. We've been conditioned to believe 85 years old or 100 years old is considered elderly, when in reality, it's actually very young in regards to how long the humanoid avatar is supposed to exist. Historical texts and ancient data indicates that the humanoid avatar was supposed to last close to 1,000 years old, all right? Even the Bible supports this concept, all right? The oldest people in the Bible, Methuselah lived to be 969 years, it says. Jared lived to be 962. It indicates Noah was 950. Adam, which is the first Adamu, was 930. It says Seth was 912. Kenan was 910, and Enos was 905, and Mahalalel was 895 years old. They taint the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink. They spray chemtrails in our head with aluminum and barium. The periodic code for barium is...
Hey, smash that like button. We building like hell, ain't we? We building it, yo. We on them. We on them. I'm telling you, man.
BA, and the periodic code for aluminum is AL, which spells out ball. And we know ball is Enlil, who is the malevolent Anunnaki, who actually wanted dominion over the humanoid race. Most of the food produced is cancer-causing with genetically modified organisms to substantially cut our life and reduce our longevity on the planet. Men, they attack us with xenoestrogens, okay? What a xenoestrogen is, it's a product that mimics estrogen, okay? And typically it's in hard plastics, soft plastics, it's in some of the water, it's in a lot of the food we consume, and this substantially reduces testosterone. This is why I promote the use of Shilajit, okay? It does increase your testosterone. It will bring your testosterone back up to optimum level. It also has reverse aging properties. It will convert gray hair follicles to black, or the original color, and it does reduce wrinkles, etc. Here are all the wonderful benefits of Shilajit, and while I highly recommend it, you can pause the video and read this. Remember, they want to eradicate us, okay? They don't give a damn about our existence, and that's a fact. Their objective is to completely hinder our ascension process. They are aware of new frequency of DEA strands coming online and our 12 strands activating, and they want to avoid angelic ascension. That's their objective. Here's a fun fact. The story of the Bible, all right, in regards to Genesis and the whole book of the Bible isn't the beginning, okay? That's actually when the invasion started. That's actually when malevolent extraterrestrials wanted to get dominion over the planet. Yahweh in the Bible is actually Enlil. Remember, the entities in power, the ones that manipulate and control and puppet master this matrix, have the same ideology as Enlil, and since their inception on Tiamat, which is Earth, okay, the original name was Tiamat, they wanted to actually have dominion over us and wanted to have pure control over us. This is why anyone that really teaches you how to restore your avatar and bring your body to optimal level, they either imprison, they either kill you, shadow ban you, or completely silence you. They don't want to speak it. They don't want people like me telling you to decalcify your pineal gland, to basically detoxify your body, remove all the metals and things of that nature. They don't want this message getting out. This is why they're killing off all the holistic doctors. You don't hear the news, media, or...
Pause it right there. You remember I showed y'all that a couple years ago? About the holistic doctors that they was whacking off? And it's a lot... Oh, that ain't sound right. Pause. But at the same time, you know, there was other doctors that were converting. It's a lot of doctors right now to this day that's stopping, you know, what they were doing with all the medicines and stuff, and they're going the holistic way. And a lot of them are getting knocked off too. So you got to watch yourself when you out here, you know, speaking the truth to what we should be doing with our avatars and how we restore our bodies to the right proper health so we can live longer lives. But it is what it is. Let's keep building, though.
Nobody covering the death of these holistic doctors. Big Pharma don't give a damn about your health. Their objective is to target your wealth. All beings that interfere with our ascension process will suffer the penalties for breaking galactic law. There's a shift in power taking place, and this is why it's important to fully focus on meditation, going inward, activating your chakra system, and ensuring that you're tapped into your highest level of true divinity, all right? Don't let no outside sources affect your happiness or lower your frequency.
Facts. I've been getting attacked, but I ain't gonna let them hold me down.
White people. I used to work at this restaurant called OK Cafe in Atlanta. It was very common for them to leave breakfast and go lay in oxygen chambers.
What them chambers are called is called ozone therapy. Hyperbaric chambers.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what
you know. That shit heals cancer quick, and guess what it does? So most people with cancer, because it's illegal to have a hyperbaric chamber in America. Why is that? But it's a Mexican doctor that's in Mexico right now where people get cancer. Say if the herbs are not working quick enough, they ship them off to Mexico, and they coming back healed because they are putting them in these ozone 3 hyperbaric chambers and healing 3-month therapy where you go in there every day for 30 minutes, or they put them in an ozone 3 sauna suit, which I own one of those, a sauna suit. But it's so this is how corrupt America is. I own a sauna suit, and I only can use, me and my family can use it. If I get caught having somebody else to use the ozone 3 sauna suit, I will go to federal prison.
Why?
Because they don't want you healing your body of cancer. Because the moment you realize that dis-ease is an illusion, you get to buy back your freedom. They're capitalizing off of us being stupid, and we are literally paying these people to kill us.
Fact. So with that being said right there, like, think about it. When you go to the doctor, name something, be for real, name something that you're going in there like, all right, doctor, I got this going on. Man, I say over 90% of the time, the disease or dis-ease, whatever you want to call it, comes from something that you ate, something that you've continued to eat over the years that's done something to your body. It harms your DNA, and when your DNA can't be healed and when it's not operating correctly, it forms what? Cancer. But, you know, It's a lot of, I don't want to get into that because y'all already know they be out here in these streets trying to whack people. And I'm good. Remember who you are. Energy can't be created or destroyed.
Peace and y'all. Have you guys seen this new Hello Down There Super Bowl commercial? They're talking about our government must be stopped and they are ready to make contact. Check this out, y'all.
Reports of flying saucers are nothing new. These are routine sightings, not isolated events. Are you sure? It's spinning. There's a whole swarm of them. Oh my God. They're all against the wind. All against the wind. Oh, it's 110, 150.
There was an historic hearing today on Capitol Hill and an unprecedented bipartisan push for UFO transparency.
They showed themselves prematurely. He pushes the button. So I believe this is what's going to take place. You know, we're all just going to be doing our thing and something's going to take over all our communications. Crazy, because we be seeing lights like that now. We must make immediate contact. You heard that?
I told you to take Broadway. This always happens.
What an interesting time to pick to choose to put a commercial where literally everyone in the world is watching, you guys. So they're literally telling us something big is coming. Are we ready to make alien contact? Remember a few years ago, they're telling us that the aliens are ready to make contact with us, but humanity wasn't ready. Remember that, you guys? So could this be them telling us that we're about ready right now? Because again, we all know what we're going through. The government doesn't really mess with us. They're not helping us in any way or form. You know, they're going underground. Could this be why? The reason why too? Because the real people are coming here. The real extraterrestrials, aliens are coming back here to take over Earth. Let me know what you guys think. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. And obviously they wanted to get your attention too because they put it during the Super Bowl. So let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. We're in this shift, y'all. Let's get it. Peace out.
And think about it. The video I showed y'all like a year ago with the Galactic Federation when they said that they would take over, you know, like the TVs and stuff and give us the truth. Just keep that in mind. But it is what it is. Just a commercial until further notice, right? It was just a cloud, right?
Bro, look at these clouds. What is going on? What is that?
But look over there, there's a circle on that's the actual cloud. Yeah. It's like a missing puzzle piece or something.
What is going on here with these clouds?
crazy day. I saw this International Space Station crossing the moon, and I thought to myself, how come it's only about a quarter of the size of a plane crossing the moon? Seems like it'd be much smaller than that, especially when we look at the size comparison and see that both an airplane and the International Space Station are about the same size as a football field. And then you look at a football field from an airplane window and you realize that it looks pretty small from there. So then I wonder, is this really 250 miles away? Then I thought to myself, well, it can't be fake because I can go on YouTube and watch the live stream of the ISS coursing across the face of the Earth. And someone obviously took this picture, and I know you can track it, and there's people who see it all the time, but the live feed footage doesn't look much higher than a weather balloon, and we all know most satellites are launched by balloon. So then I came across this thing, which is a US patented triangular spacecraft that uses what is called unconventional spacecraft propulsion systems, which is a spacecraft having a triangular hull with vertical electrostatic line charges on each corner that produce a horizontal electric field parallel to the sides of the hull. This field interacting with a plane wave emitted by the antennas on the sides of the hull generates force per volume combining both lift and propulsion. Then I find out that these electrostatic propulsion systems are used in satellites. Then I start to look into electrostatic levitation. What? Then I find out about the electrostatics in our atmosphere, that it has an equipotential increase of 100 volts per meter, which could possibly be the reason for the downward bias of things trying to seek equilibrium on the ground. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I figure out that liquid oxygen is actually magnetic. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. If liquid oxygen is magnetic, and frozen oxygen is this beautiful sky blue, then does liquid oxygen somehow interact with this electrostatic orbital electromagnetic field? I don't know. Wait, what? Then I found this thing, a toroidal field made out of copper and stones. All of a sudden, he hangs this golden necklace over it, and it starts orbiting. Oh, have you seen the path of the ISS over the flat Earth? Yeah, that's the path it takes. The International Space Station path over the flat Earth. It's a toroidal field. I don't know. This is why they don't want us to do our own research, because simply just asking a question about this sent me on this whole rabbit trail of finding a lot of other things that may be... Whoa, Viper! I almost got done with the video, but then guess what you did? You screamed at me! What do you want? What? Hold on. What'd you just say to me? Anyway, hey, could this thing possibly be orbiting a different way? Could the firmament be scientifically explained?
Gave it to you.
It took me 26 years to realize this about Mr. Bean. So we all watched Mr. Bean growing up, and we all know Mr. Bean is a pretty weird character, but I always thought he was just a funny weird guy who might be a bit insane, and that's it. But as it turns out, the answer to his weird and awkward behavior has been right in front of our nose the
Hey, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm one of those people. This nigga is not funny at all to me. I've never thought he was funny, not one time. But I thought he was strange. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below how y'all felt about it. I mean, it's not a knock to you if you thought he was funny. It's just your sense of humor.
Entire time, and I never realized. So this is the intro to every Mr. Bean episode. He appears to be falling through a light on the face of the earth, as if he was being beamed on Earth. He doesn't know how normal people act, and he always wears the same jacket with the exact same tie, because he doesn't know humans change clothes, because Mr. Bean is an alien, and he is acting so weird the entire time, because he learns how to be human. In the animated series Double Trouble episode, he is even taken inside a spacecraft with aliens who look exactly like him and even have their own plushy toys. This would explain everything. It took me
artificial intelligence, and although the Zeta Grays are highly intelligent and have advanced technology, can, travel vast distances in space, they they are lacking emotion, so they can't ascend into the higher dimensions because they don't have laughter, they don't have love, they don't know what these things are. So they had to, I guess, regress in their evolution and create a different species, and then create a hybrid species so that they can connect their spirit to it, so that they can actually gain a soul. So this is what they're using mankind for, because they're trying to ascend into the higher dimensions. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to use mankind to achieve, achieve enlightenment, because they can't do it themselves, because they've merged their DNA with technology. Now, the difference with black people is that black people are from the 5th and 6th dimension physically. Our bodies are from that realm. And that's why we're filled with the soul DNA, from the Aurora Borealis energy. Everybody's spirit and everybody's soul comes from the black hole sun. Everybody in this realm, we all come from the higher dimensions, 5th, 6th realm. But our bodies physically are from that realm. And the mankind, the clone generations created by mankind, they're from this realm. They never existed in the other realm physically, but spiritually they were. So this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all, what's going on. We're actually physically from the 5th and 6th dimension. This is the reason why we're connected to the sun, and we can absorb the solar rays, right? And understanding that the sun doesn't produce any light. All the light that comes from the sun is coming from the black sun, and it's just emanating its light and towards our sun, and our sun in the sky just reflects the light on Earth. So that light doesn't even come from the sun. It comes from the black sun, which is the portal that we came through, black people, from the 5th and 6th dimension. And like I said, the realm that we came from, we already had pyramids and vast technology. If you was to go through the black sun and go to the other worlds that's there, because there's multiple worlds, it's the timeless zone, you would see structures like the pyramids and advanced technology like you see on the walls of Egypt. It's official.
How do we break open the truth that we're not alone, we never have been, we're seeded, life on Earth is seeded, and that our government is actively interacting with the seeders as well as the enemy?
That's a question that's been a box that's been trying to be open for years. And I agree with you, it needs to be open. The truth needs to be out.
Why is it so difficult just to tell this truth?
I'm not sure. I'm really not.
So what do you think is holding the thread at bay?
I think it's the ones that were here from the beginning. I think that's the only thing that's holding them back at this point.
What do you think this earth means to them?
I'm not really sure.
Are we a laboratory?
I kind of got an understanding from some of it that those people, that race that seeded us, have not just come here but gone to other worlds and protected them from the same people, the same bad race that want to kill us. And that's kind of what they're doing, is they're staying out ahead of the galaxy, ahead of this race that wants us dead. And this race is coming back, or is back, or something to that nature. And I think that, from my understanding, there's one species that are trying to keep us from suffering the same thing they did. They had to leave their world and go somewhere else because their world was destroyed.
The draconian reptilian stronghold is America. And the major two energy points that they are using to manipulate everybody is Atlanta and Los Angeles. They are using frequency. Nigga, they are using literal frequency towers, nigga, to make you think this shit is here that ain't even here, nigga. What if I told you that it's two major energy power points in Atlanta and LA, that they big ass towers, and that if you was to cut them towers off, this entire reality would vanish from front of your face. You would see the real reality. That would fuck you up, wouldn't it? You couldn't believe no shit like that, but guess what? It's true. It's true. This is a holograph image all around you. And if we was to go to this point in Atlanta and to that point in LA, and it was to cut those towers off, my nigga, you would not see this holographic image. You wouldn't see those 5 holographic skies that's stopping you from seeing the real celestial beings and the real celestial body around you. You have no clue what you are living in.
Hey, look, we building. I'm hoping that y'all tracking, yo. It's crazy out here in these streets, you know, when you start to realize, you know, and I'm not telling you to believe anything. Like I always say, go out here, do your own damn research. But it's the math into y'all is crazy. And a lot of people like to teach a lot of, oh, divide, oh, this person, this and that. No, we're different species of humanoids here experiencing, you know, human, what's being human or human. You know, it's many different ways you know this shit can be seen from. But I want to say this. We're here to have a life experience, but it's other entities that hate the fact that we're able to do this, and on different levels. We are different species of humanoids, just like a tiger and lions and you know, different types of cats. They're different, completely fucking different, but they're still cats, right? Just like us humans. We're completely fucking different. You can't say you're an idiot. I hate people that say that we're the same. We're not the same. We're not the same at all. But that's okay. That's more fucking interesting. Where did we all come from? And we're starting to figure out a little bit more every step of the way, every step of this journey. A lot of people like to teach this, like, oh, we're better than you. We're better. Look, man, I don't know. Is it me, or do y'all feel like that too? I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. I'm just here to be me. I'm here to find out information. I'm here to experience this world. I'm here to have a good time. How about y'all? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. I'm not here to fight with you. I'm not here to go back and forth with you. I'm open to everybody's opinion, so therefore I can look on the other side and see what you see without disregarding your feelings about a certain topic. And that's just how I am. I'm not going to disregard you because you have a different opinion than me. I'm going to, you know, look at it from your angle too as well, to, you know, because I'm one of those people. I don't like for people to feel embarrassed. I don't like for people to be, you know, feeling bad about themselves. I'm just not that person. You know, I'm here for the betterment of everybody that can vibrate on my wavelength or my energy, you know. But look, man, let's get back to this video. Hopefully y'all understanding what I'm putting down, but let's get back to it though. It's crazy.
All right, Rashad Jamal fans, this is not looking good for your boy. Check this out, you guys. This man just got an 18-year sentence.
We've got a disturbing story to tell you about out of St. Louis. 6 people have been missing for months, and police now believe they've been lured into an online cult. A mother and her daughter, along with 4 other people, were last seen 6 months ago. Police in Missouri now say they're following the teachings of a former rapper and convicted child molester. NBC News correspondent Kathy Park is following this one for us. So, Kathy, this story is quite strange, to say the very least. What have you learned about these 6 people, as well as the alleged cult leader?
Hey there, Zingla. Yeah, this certainly is a troubling story, especially as we continue to dig into the details. We know that those 6 individuals, they all went missing around August of 2023 from the St. Louis area. And we have some images to share with you. Police have released these photos, these surveillance images from a store shortly before their disappearance. But they did not specify exactly where this was located. But as far as the alleged cult leader goes, police say the individual is Rashad Jamal, and right now he's serving an 18-year prison sentence. He was convicted of child molestation, and most recently he gave an interview to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and during that interview via a phone conference, because he currently is still in prison, he said that he operates a spiritual channel via YouTube, and he shares his opinions and thoughts from a wide range of topics, everything from world history, black history, quantum physics, and therefore, because he's sharing his opinions, he is...
See, that's why you guys got to be careful who you give your energy to. A lot of you people probably don't even know who this guy is, and you're probably saying he looks familiar. This is Rashad Jamal, formerly known as AZ the Rapper. And this is a side-by-side picture of AZ the Rapper and Rashad Jamal. Oddly, they look really similar. Because nowadays, the trick is to wear a mask in order to fool you guys. And you can tell like there's some discoloration within his face. It's like his face is more elevated up. This right here looks more natural. See, the one thing the government does is it gives you your heroes. It supplies you your heroes, and you don't even know where your heroes come from. They try and give you the same story as they were struggling from the bottom, and then now they're at the top, and you know, they go crazy. Y'all ever notice the same story by these people? Young Pharaoh, Rashad Jamal, Brother Polite, very enlightened spiritual people, and then all of a sudden they go crazy. Why is that? Because you attach your energy to these individuals, and then when they go crazy, that your energy is literally siphoned. It's literally siphoned. As you can see over here, Rashad Jamal is doing the sign of a marked master mason. Over here, Duncan's Masonic ritual and monitor illustrating the sign of a marked master mason. This is the finger to the temple. As you can see, all your favorite celebrities are doing the finger to the temple. You see that, guys? That's what I'm saying. They give you your heroes. And the reason why they do this is because it connects your connection off to the source. It literally disconnects you from your pineal gland. It stops you from using and having discernment. This is your sixth chakra. This is your brow chakra. This is the see through the bullshit chakra. And you wonder why everything that we put in our bodies specifically attacks this chakra. Why is that? So they can give you false heroes like these people. You know, it's all about energy harvesting. And to further prove my point, which I don't even need to, but you can see AZ and Rashad Jamal White equals the same numericals in these ciphers. 2 plus 7 gives you 9. This is 9. This is 9. 9, 9, 9. So again, they give you your heroes, and then the heroes turn around and give you good information. But that is your energy, your energetic body that is attached to that individual. And so when something happens to them, that is your energy being siphoned. I only made these videos for entertainment and awareness purposes only, y'all. This is the age of Aquarius. These illusions not need to be getting our way anymore. We are here to expose the illusion. These are the false lights, the false light bringers. Remember, Lucifer was a great deceiver. He was the angel of music, by the way. Music. And what does Rashad Jamal do? He makes music. And a lot of our quote-unquote spiritual leaders make music. How interesting. So yes, let me know what you guys think about this video. Again, this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Alright, so with that one right there, let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. We are going to build on that. Let me know whether you believe that, you know, he's an agent, or do you believe that they took him down like they took down everybody else, like Malachi York and everything. I don't know if I don't have the same opinion as him, but you know, this is another brother, and I'm not gonna tear him down. You know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not that type of person that's gonna attack you for having your opinion, because all at the end of the day, that's his opinion. But we're gonna keep building. I got some other shit on this topic for y'all too as well, for my people that, you know, love Rashad Jamal. I have no emotional attachments to nobody. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't. You know, it just is what it is. That's just how I am.
Rashad Jamal was set up for a trade-off. He was set up for a trade-off for a music career.
Hey, Negropeans is crazy though. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Negropeans is crazy. Like, Europeans, like, first of all, those were quote unquote black people though too. You know, that was the original Europeans, but Negropeans is crazy. That's funny as hell.
To undermine his divine energy and his divine insight, somebody wanted to replace his ascending music career, so they sacrificed his ass and made this shit up. And the ringleader of that shit was Isis Wisdom. That's why she slid up under him and made him cut off everybody that could give him the spiritual support that'll pull the veil off that bullshit and let them see it for what it is. The motherfucker, Remedy H, I don't know him. I don't listen to him. I don't know nothing about him. I seen him one time. Somebody sent me his video. He want to have new boys. He not staying here. He'll tell you that. When the ships come, wherever the fuck they coming from, he gonna be on one. I'm not gonna be on. I'm Earthborn. I'm from here, right? And since I'm from here, I'm gonna tell y'all, Remedy H had enough spiritual power to give the spiritual support to Rashad Jamal to block the shit Isis Wisdom was doing. So she made him turn on him too, right? Everybody that could have gave him the spiritual support system, She told him to cuss that motherfucker out and tell him what it is, cause she the highest rank angelic in the realm, which was some bullshit, cause she would have knew who he was the minute she seen me. The same way that Malachi know who I am, Farrakhan know who I am, that bitch would have knew too. How you gonna be the highest ranked angelic in the realm and don't know who the responsibility of putting the great mother back on their throne? That's not possible. You can't be the highest ranked angelic and then the information is above your pay grade. You have to, if you the highest ranked angelic, that is your pay grade. Then you wouldn't need to overcharge people, talking about you got a select clientele, giving motherfucking $40 yoni sting for $1,400 because your name is Isis Wizard. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Unc was cutting up. Hey, I ain't know Unc would go crazy like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, let me know how y'all feel about these topics. It's a lot of shit going on. We're going to stay out of the bullshit, but we're going to talk about it a little bit, though. Unc was cutting up. Come on, we building, though. You already know what time it is. I'm just happy his thermostat ain't beeping up there. Went into the space in between spaces. What you mean? What y'all think you mean by that? It's interdimensional, just like everybody's been saying this whole entire time. They've been here. We've been here. The volume is down on this one because it's a movie. They copyright. Knowledge was their treasure. What do you think we're doing here?
I'm creating this message to let the people of the world, or whoever happens to hear this, know the truth about what is going on with regards to the alien presence in our world, as well as interstellar space and within our own solar system. I myself am a worker in one of the underground bases located near Groom Lake. Everything that I will tell you is common knowledge within the Black Ops community at the most highest and secretive levels. What we do here is research, analyze, and investigate the extraterrestrial presence within our solar system and other dimensions. The presence of alien beings and the technology does exist. It is real as you or me. And it's a whole lot more out there than even the most diehard believers could possibly fathom. The truth is that we, and by we I mean this planet and the people of this planet, are in essence blind to what is really going on in the cosmos and interstellar space. What people call aliens, we call IBs, or in layman's terms, interdimensional beings. And what we found out and have known about since the early 70s is that, in simplest terms, other dimensions or planes, as we call them, exist and lay on top of each other, almost stacked, as if you had a blanket with another blanket stacked on top of it and another blanket stacked on top of it. To explain it so you can understand, you can imagine the Earth and our reality as a thin blanket, and all of these other higher dimensions are the blankets laying directly on top of ours. However, we can only see our own blanket. Now, the alien beings, or the ships that we have seen in videos, and that many people have captured over the years, are in fact what we call jumpers, in that they exist in their relative dimensions, but have in fact jumped into ours. We have discovered that most of the time we are unable to see them, as they are at a wavelength indifferent to our own, and our senses, eyes and ears cannot detect. From the information that I have gathered and been briefed on, every planet, star, and galaxy within our own plane and universe, as we see it, exists also in these other dimensions. We've detected that we know of and that I've been briefed on at least 4 other dimensions that do exist. Now, as I said, every planet we know of, every galaxy does exist in these other dimensions. However, with each new dimension, each planet, galaxy, star takes on a different form. Now, we are not alone in the universe. There are alien beings within our own dimension of space, as well as other dimensions. The planet Earth is an early stage, I guess you could say, training ground, if you will, whereby which we as beings will live until we advance to the higher dimensions. Now, we are not the bottom of the food chain, and we have discovered that there are at least 2 dimensions below our own plane.
Here lately, well, for one, as I'm speaking to the globe Earth believers, you guys believe that you're on a spinning ball going through outer space, but also at the same time you believe in falling stars. Well, if there's no gravity in space, how does a star fall? Why does it go sideways or up? Why does it always fall down if there's no gravity in space? Okay, well, for one, there's no space. Now, here's the answer for my truthers out there. Now, the Testament of Solomon, just like the Book of Enoch, all these books were stripped from the Bible because they tell us what all these things are that surround us on this earth and what's going on up in the heavens and how everything is made. So, with that being said, let's look and see what Scripture says falling stars are. Okay, Solomon 1:13. And when they were gone, I ordered Amias to be brought forward and said to him, tell me how you know this. And he answered, we demons ascend into the firmament of heaven and fly about among the stars, and we hear the sentences which go forth upon the souls of men, and forthwith we come, and whether by force of influence, or by fire, or by sword, or by some accident, we veil our act of destruction. And if a man does not die of some untimely disaster or by violence, then we demons transform ourselves in such a way to appear to men and be worshipped in our human nature. Therefore, having heard this glorified the Lord God. And again I questioned the demons, saying, tell me how you can ascend into heaven, being demons, and amidst the stars and the holy angels intermingle. And he answered, just as things are fulfilled in heaven, so also on earth are fulfilled the types of all of them. For there are principalities, authorities, world rulers, and we demons fly about in the air, and we hear the voices of the heavenly beings and survey all powers, as having no ground or basis on which to alight and rest, we lose strength and fall off like leaves from trees, and men, seeing us, imagine that the stars are falling from heaven. But it is not really so, King, but we fall because of our weakness, and because we have nowhere anything to lay hold of.
Crazy.
And so we fall down like lightnings in the depth of night, and suddenly, and we set cities in flames and fires of fields. For the stars have firm foundations in the heaven, like the sun and the moon. Now, did you pay attention what that said right there? For the stars have firm foundations in the heaven, like the sun and moon, which means they can't fall. They are firmly put there for eternity. Stars do not fall. Demons fall, and I just showed you that in Scripture. It's really, Really simple. You're being lied to about your whole reality. And I'm trying to teach you the real reality. It's time to wake up and quit believing these lies that these people have been feeding to you for centuries now. And what you got to ask yourself is why all the books that were stripped from the Bible are the books that explain to us everything that's going on in the sky and what all these things are made and how they were made. And ain't it funny that all those were stripped from the Bible and the only information you are given about everything up in the sky and all around you now is given to you by NASA? These are not...
Remember in Leave the World Behind, it said, obey NASA on the t-shirt to the boy and the girl? I'm just saying, though.
Fallen stars, these are the demons, the evil spirits, bound here for eternity until a judgment day. Stars are angels, just as Scripture of Enoch says, and that is why it's called a falling star. And they even hide it in the intro of Paramount movies, the fallen angels descending on Mount Hermon.
The Book of Enoch, Chapter 6. And the angels, the children of the heaven, and there were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon. And they called it Mount Hermon because they swore and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it.
Now the stars will fall from the sky someday at the end of times, like the book of Revelation says. But the ones that you see in this day and time that you think are falling from the sky, those are demons.
Hey, we built this shit crazy. We built it.
This footage from the south-facing weather camera located in Kiana, Alaska, shows 3 different planets in one frame. One of them is actually a moon, and the other 2 are larger planets. The moon is orbiting the planet that it is closest to. And then in the last few frames, it all disappears into the atmospheric chemicals. These images just came in this morning from one of the Colorado FAA cameras. At first glance, this looks like a normal sunrise, but we soon discover that this isn't the sun. The light source is passing in front of a huge, close, fast-rotating planet that we've seen many times in these videos. Notice that the manufactured light passes in front of this planet, while the real sun passes behind. This is how multiple daily eclipses are concealed from view. Of course, we could never actually see a celestial object like this behind the real sun 93 million miles away. Not with these FAA cameras. Since we see this planet every single day at the same time, we can assume it is in orbit around the Earth. In previous videos, we saw this planet eclipsing the moon as well. So this tells us it is very close to the Earth. And we know that this is not a lens flare of the sun for many reasons. The most obvious reason is its fast rotation. It makes one full rotation every 5 hours. Our sun only rotates once every 27 Earth days. Here is a video from Canada showing the manufactured light passing over top of another object. Now, some of you have seen this older footage from Canada where the real sun is eclipsed for 4 hours every single day by this object, every day of the year. And it is best viewed from this camera in Attawapiskat, Ontario in Canada. After the sun rises, it appears to shrink down to 1/5 its size as the landscape and sky suddenly darken in response to the shrinking sun. What's actually happening is that the real sun has now gone behind this mammoth object, as the manufactured light is now passing in front of this object for 4 hours every single day, while the real sun is eclipsed 4 hours a day, every day of the year. I've been watching this object for 4 years, and as you can see, the manufactured light illuminates what's behind it, making it possible for us to see this highly textured object, which is in a geosynchronous orbit around the Earth. Of course, we could never actually see something like this behind the real sun 93 million miles away. The light you are seeing that passes over top of this object every day is a manufactured light.
You want to know what's crazy? They showed us that in so many commercials that people think, oh, it's just a commercial and this and that. Oh. They showed us, and then look, what did China do? Launch an artificial sun, right? So you just think that. All right, so think about this. China put up an artificial sun. We're way more advanced than them as far as technology. I understand that they make cell phones and stuff. We would too if they wouldn't have moved all the factories across the other country. We'd have more jobs here, and people here would be known for building cell phones and stuff like that. So we're not gonna do that, right? Just for fucking technology. We can do that stuff here. But I'm talking about real technology. I'm talking about like the real stuff, not the stuff that you see. This is the stuff that we got in our hands. This is not real. This is old. This stuff is very, very, very old. I'm talking about the real technology, stuff like this. So you telling me that couldn't be in front of the sun at this time? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. What's going on with the sun?
If the
What's
FAA
going on with the planet?
camera is pointing directly at the manufactured light, the center of the light generating equipment actually appears black and does cast a reflection upon water surfaces in many of these FAA images. This small manufactured light is relatively close to the Earth so that satellite imagery of the sun is not obstructed by it. It is synchronized to travel in front of the sun so that it cannot be seen as a separate light. So when you're looking at the sun, this is in front of the sun, actually very close to the Earth, but you cannot see it because of the glare.
And that's why when we look at the sun, and us that's been here on this planet for a little bit, we understand that the sun used to be a different color. Wonder why.
6 years prior to the release of Toy Story, Pixar released a short film called Knick Knack. They showed you hot location after hot location where all the knickknacks have on sunglasses. Then they take you to a land far away towards the edge of the shelf. They call it Nome, Alaska, but they make the pun Gnome, Sweet Gnome, showing you that this is your home. This character is not wearing sunglasses because he's at the edge of the world where the sun barely reaches, the coldest place on Earth, Antarctica. He finds the edge, just like we did in Operation Deep Freeze. Then he proceeds to drill, just like they did in Russia. Then he tries to blow it up, just like we did over the Pacific Ocean. Again, symbolizing the edge of the known world. And what was the name of the operation we were trying to explode the firmament? Operation Fishbowl. And we see here how if he actually did escape from his home sweet home, beyond the firmament, he would be in water. Pixar obviously got the attention of Walt Disney in this short little film, because Disney Studios has released every single Pixar movie. After all, Disney Studios filmed Operation Deep Freeze, and Walt Disney is an honorary member because he was there when they found the firmament of heaven and where it meets the earth. This is commemorated in his logo of the Magic Kingdom, depicting a firmament and a tower whose top would reach unto heaven.
I think they talking about it. I think they talking about the firmament and shit in there.
Nothing in this world is what you think it is. Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Nothing operates the way you think it does.
What do you mean?
Government does not work the way you think it does.
It's not about people voting for a president.
No, it has nothing to do with that. We're talking money. We're talking control, corporations, big business, period.
It's all big business and money.
Period.
Yeah.
End of sentence. Now, religion is a corporation. It's all the religions of the Western world, especially in the Western world, all religions operate under maritime admiralty law. So there are certain...
What do you mean maritime admiralty law?
Maritime admiralty is the law of water. And I talk a lot about this in the past. I'm going to talk a lot about it in the future.
Okay.
There are only two things on the earth, on this earth, land and water.
Right.
So there are two kinds of law, the law of the land and the law of water. The law of the land is the custom of the people who live on a particular piece of land. So the law of the land is different in every country.
Right.
I mean, you can do things in Russia you can't do in America.
Right.
You can do things in South Africa you can't do in China because it's the law of the land. That particular piece of land has their own custom. So the custom of the people living on a particular piece of land is called the law of the land.
Okay, got it.
But there is also a larger, far more important law on the earth. It's called the law of the sea, the law of the water. And when you get into, and then that law is referred to in courts as maritime admiralty. Maritime admiralty is the law of water. Once you understand the law of water, it opens up a world of occult hidden symbols and hidden...
Are y'all tracking? Like this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. I'm sorry, y'all. Are y'all tracking? Are y'all picking up on all the water talk? Come on, man.
Hidden foundations on how we live.
What are some of those laws?
I do this. This is easy. This is easy, man. A lot of people saying they're happy. I'm happy. I'm back too. This shit's easy. Do y'all get it? I'm making this shit easy for y'all to understand.
That we're not aware of.
Oh my goodness! When you walk into a courtroom, why do you go to court? You play basketball on a court. You play tennis on a court.
Right.
Yeah, how do you play tennis on a court? You play with a racket. Come on. And so the judge walks out, he rules from the bench, right? Look it up in a Latin dictionary. The word bench is a bank in Latin.
Oh.
And so the judge is ruling for the bank. That's why he wears a black robe, because the black robe represents the planet Saturn, the god of banking and law.
Oh.
The black robe represents the planet Saturn, who in the ancient world was called Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Well, he is Lord of the Rings.
Right, there's rings.
And so women were told in the ancient world to listen to their god, so they would wear an ear ring. Men were to get married before their god, so they wear a wedding ring. Because Saturn was Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
And he is also the inhibitor. He was the one who holds you back. He represents government, banking, the police department, all kinds of institutions that are powerful that can hold you back. He was the inhibitor, the judge, the court, the government.
Think about that. We building this shit.
This one now, yeah.
He's like, I'm at the West Hall. We are literally driving to the Central Hall right now in the Tesla tunnel. We literally just got in. I saw your photos and I go laugh and you say, I just got here. We're leaving.
We lived here 5 years and I've never been down here.
Well, this has only been open since January of 2021.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I'm like, how did I miss that? I know that's my seat.
Like all the custom builders. Hi, at least you
What's the purpose for this besides what we're doing right now? So technically, we're just a transportation service for the convention center. Eventually, we will be a transportation service for the city to an extent. Because after SEMA last year, we did get approved for 30 more miles of tunnels to be put in. Resort World was our first expansion onto that. I do believe Encore is going to be our next. But eventually, when it's all said and done, we'll be going up and down the strip, down the Fremont Street.
This tunnel?
Well, not this one specifically,
okay.
but like more expansion.
Okay.
A few other off-strip locations, Allegiant Stadium, and even up to the airport.
Wow. That's dope.
This reminds
me of Universal Studios.
I wonder why.
A little bit.
Are they gonna turn it into a train versus cars?
So cool.
No, not that I know of. I do believe it will always be Teslas down here. The one you may be.
Think about that. Like, come on. What Elon Musk was trying to shoot rockets to get out. You know, he couldn't get through the firmament, digging tunnels and everything. Why? We building.
I'm excavating. It's going down. Y'all know how I love real estate, and I usually like to build and go up. We going underground now. One time for all my doomsday preppers. Elon Musk, I see you. I saw your ground plans. I'm impressed, but guess what? My bunker gonna have a garage. My bunker gonna have wings. Huh? Yeah, we breaking ground. Huge excavations. You gotta have your fluids. I got a water maker, a machine that makes water out of H2O. I got a water maker. We got our canned goods. So if you thinking 13 love.
Nigga said we got watermen making water out of H2O. Nigga, what? Alright, man, you gonna need somebody to help you with that, nigga. Like it pulls the water from out of the air. You know, that's what he meant to say. My boy, you know what I'm saying? He on to something though. At least he listening, at least he keeping his eyes open. He's seeing what everybody else is doing. But let me know, why are they going into the bunkers, y'all? Come on, man. We know.
13 wisdom.
Put it in the comments.
13 respect. These serpent eyes never lied. God, listen, some will never comprehend. Some will never catch up. Do you understand? We've been explaining this for many, many years, and some of us are still explaining. You can leave. They can't. That's why everything in this world works against you. I tried to give you clues without getting my profile banned. As I stated in that video, in that comment, you have to be a light beam to transfer through the type of plasma being displayed. I showed you in them videos to where when they tried to pass through that plasma, they were being instantly disintegrated. Their bodies were being instantly burned. Put it together now. Only way to kill a parasite is to burn it. I say it all the time. My people, wake up. We have plasma centers for what? You donate your plasma for what? Huh? They got you donating your plasma. That is your life force. That is you to transfer over into becoming a light being, which you originally are. These Dracos run your blood banks, but they pitching it to you like you're saving a life. Come on now, y'all. We are being food supply for another entity that needs a host to live. I didn't run out of ideas. I didn't run out of explanations, because you can't stop something that is infinite. The only reason why they stop me is because that parasite watches my videos. And this internal fire that is burning, it cannot stop.
Well, guys. Look at here. Look what we got here. Told y'all, California is gonna be the target. You can see the East Coast too. Some of Mexico. Some of Texas. Most of Louisiana. What's that? Arkansas too? But yeah. As y'all see, guys, the doomsday map is happening right now. And they're not talking about it. Everything you see on the news, TV, social media,
It's all distractions. Prepare yourself, guys, for the trouble. The big shebang bang. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
The fuck?
Look, that'll tell you right there, bro. Ain't nobody safe. We can't depend on the youth, man. We gotta stay strong for a whole 200 years or something, y'all. We can't afford to get weak, man, because obviously they not gonna take care of us. Man, look, what a crazy, what an amazing video, man. Look, man, this is why I do this. I do it for the joy and the spread of information, and us to have these amazing conversations about shit that matters. You know, like the people that hate us are the same people that say that my favorite people to beat on is love and hip hop. It's the same people that care so much more about love and hip hop and dating shows that involve other people's relationships that have nothing to do with them, but they feel some type of way about other people's personal relationships. Who cheated on who? Who was cheating on who? Like, who? That's not you. That's not your reality. That's not your relationship. Why are you mad at somebody else's husband for cheating on them, and that's not your business? Like, we gotta restart. We gotta rework the way that we the way that we like put the shit that we put our energy into. We gotta reroute that and bring it back into self and building yourself up, you know, and building our communities up and focusing on the things that really matter. Like, we got all of this money in this country, but then, you know, I just seen an article of them dropping, you know, goods off in Gaza, but they're putting spikes under bridges and escorting homeless people away from spots that they sleep, but they're not dropping them no packages. Then they will give us the excuse to say that, oh, we have facilities for them, but then you don't have enough rooms for them. And then the rooms are trash. But we have all this money, but we have vacant buildings that don't nobody use, that millions of dollars were spent on, but the people can't live there either. You can't make that a facility for the people either. So it's amongst us people, us to support each other, us to make each other wealthy so we can get the money, so therefore we can take care of each other. One thing I'm always going to do for my community, I'm always going to give back. Like I said, the giveaways I'm going to do, the tier list, you already heard me say the tier list in the beginning of the video. I'm giving y'all back the money. I want to give it back to you personally, the people that support. And therefore, you know, when you build your life up, you can do the same. You can keep that in mind. What we're doing is leaving an imprint on each other's, you know, psyche, on each other's energy, you know, for us to trend into a better mind state as a collective. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to grow. I'm here to learn from you. Just as you're here to learn from me, I'm learning too. I read your comments. I appreciate all of y'all for tapping in and being here, being involved with me in these videos. Make sure y'all share these videos with your friends, your family. No matter how weird these videos are, we lit over here, man. I appreciate y'all. We the cool kids. We turn up 2024, if this is really the year. But look, I see you on the next video. Like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys. I see you on the next video, and I'm out though. Bye.